to another edition of Broadway Beat right here in Kissimmee.
Aman, good morning.
Wagwan, Diana.
Buenos días.
Hey, buenos días. ¿Cómo está?
Todo eso, all of that.
Yes, pase.
I love it.
Yes.
International.
Yes. We have to be. This is the mix of Kissimmee. Kissimmee is international city. My name is Louis Witter this morning, and we want to welcome you to another edition of Broadway Beat with Miss Diana Pinto.
Hey, good morning, everyone.
Yes, from Main Street.
Good morning from the beautiful Broadway, the beautiful Main Street. Yes.
Yes.
Here in Central Florida.
So how are you doing?
I am doing good. I'm doing really good. It got really hot out there real fast.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, it is getting, I think on Monday it was like 100 and some.
Yeah.
And so,
Yes,
we chose this place, so even when it's hot.
We have to accept it.
That's right. It's part of it.
We're broadcasting live today from downtown Kissimmee, Florida, and we would like to just continue to encourage you to share the link with the CRRFM. And we come to you every Thursday from 11 until 12 with Broadway Beat. And this is a show that talks about the things that are happening in the city of Kissimmee.
Yes.
We highlight events, business opportunity.
Our new businesses, our growing businesses, our thriving businesses.
Yes. We highlight resources for
Yes.
things that people need in our community.
Absolutely.
And people.
Yes. And fun. We have so much fun.
Yes.
We have so much fun. We have a fun thing happening right now. Last week was National Police Week. And so we honored our police officers by,
How was that?
We had so much fun. We took a bunch of the rubber ducks, the ones that the Jeeps collect, and they were in the form of police officers. So they had little cute little police caps and little vests. And what we did was we hid them throughout the downtown.
Oh, really?
So people came out and walked the downtown and found the ducks and had a good time and hashtagged our Facebook and shared, and it was fun. So
that sounds like fun.
Guess what this week is, Louis?
What?
This week is EMS week.
EMS, all right.
Yeah, so we
right.
decided to do the same exact thing with our firefighters. So throughout downtown today, you'll be able to find, if they're not already taken, these cute little rubber ducks dressed as firefighters. And they're yours to keep. Take them. There's, add the hashtag when you post them, post your picture, share them on your social media pages. The goal is just to get people walking in our downtown.
Yes.
I honestly feel like if I introduce you to our downtown, you're going to fall in love with it because we have so much to offer. So we're just giving you an opportunity to be introduced to downtown if you've never been here. And if this is your home, enjoy an activity with your kids.
Come on down to downtown.
Yeah.
And enjoy all the good things that downtown Kissimmee have that a lot of people don't know about. And so this is a gem, a little gem hiding in Central Florida.
A gem that's about to get polished. We have streetscapes happening. We have so much happening in our downtown.
What is
So the city of Kissimmee has funding and is about to begin a entire resurgence of our downtown. And aesthetically, what they're going to do is they're going to widen sidewalks and they're going to make it more walking friendly, right?
Yes,
a more walkable city,
yes.
Safer for pedestrians and bicyclists. So all of this is, more greenery, more seating spaces for individuals that do want to walk down, a more cohesive. If you've ever been to our downtown, right at Neptune, there's kind of like that separation, right? Between the same street, but what part of it is called Broadway, part of it is called Main Street.
Yes.
So what the city plans to do is just make it more cohesive, that it more aligns all the way into Emmett. So it's gonna be a much, more welcoming, walker friendly, safe, enjoy a little seat, after you've walked around a couple places or after you've eaten. If you walk from the park to the downtown, just a more aesthetically pleasing but also welcoming city for individuals who are coming in. And for you to bring your family when they come to visit. Nice. Because we know, living in Florida, right? That happens every other week for some of us. I'm coming down to Florida, and so we want to have a city that welcomes people and makes them feel invited, that makes them feel safe. So that's what we're working on.
All right. So we're looking forward for all that friendly things you talk about.
Yes.
in Kissimmee, downtown Kissimmee, Florida. If you're just joining us, it's 14 minutes after 11 o'clock in this beautiful city of Kissimmee, Florida, where we call Mickey Mouse Town, right? So welcome everyone. We are talking today to Miss Diana Pinto. She is the representative or the director or the boss lady, you can call her, for Kissimmee Main Street. Kissimmee Main Street, as we always explain, and for those of you who don't know what Kissimmee Main Street, or if you live in any city around the United States, there is a Main Street organization.
Worldwide, yeah.
It is worldwide.
Worldwide.
All right, let's just keep it in the United States for a minute. We don't want to blow people's mind. Let's just keep it in the United States.
Correct.
So every city you go, there is an organization.
For the most part, yes, in every city. And it's usually tied to the downtown, the historic district,
Yes.
the small mom and pop businesses.
Mm-hmm. And you guys' job is to preserve the interest of the history
Yes.
of the
Partially,
city.
yes.
Particular, the history, the building, the culture,
Yes.
the way of life,
Yes.
obviously the food, all of that comes into what you do. You play a role. You guys
Exactly,
play a role.
yes. That's part of what we do, yes.
How big is your office here, organization? How many people do you use to do all of this? Because I know you do marketing, you welcome people, you're a welcome wagon. You guys, you hide eggs everywhere in the city.
Yes, we do. And ducks, apparently eggs and ducks. That's what we
eggs
hide.
and ducks and police, you hire police officer too.
Yes. We have a ton of things that we do, but it's made possible through our volunteers, honestly. We have a paid staff. So this is where it gets really interesting with Main Street. We have a paid staff of 2 full-time employees and 1 part-time, myself being one of those. And then we have a volunteer coordinator through a collaboration with Osceola History. And we have a event coordinator that's a volunteer position that helps us and assists us with events. And then we have just a whole plethora, regardless of age and background and how long they've been in Florida, that bring their talents to the table to be part of our volunteer pool that make these events happen. You know, we talked about Boo on Broadway, which is our largest event in October. 15,000 people were in this downtown. 15,000.
Wow.
And this is just not a guess. I want to be clear with people who are listening. The city has a system by which they use your cell phone to ping you. So when you talk about a cell phone ping, you have to remember those individuals bring children who may not have cell phones, bring elderly who might not have cell phones. So you're talking about the individual pings plus who they bring. So 15,000 is a pretty accurate number of individuals that we've seen in that 3-hour span of Blue on Broadway. That makes a huge difference. But it's a big, event to put on. We have 3 live stages. We have, live music going throughout those 3 hours. We have over 100 vendors that are giving away candy. We have ancillary activities that are going on. We have stilt walkers. All of these are moving components, right, to the bigger picture. And in order to get that done, we need volunteers.
Yes.
And the volunteers that we have, I mean, my gosh, they're so dedicated, and they do it for their downtown. They do it because they know they're making a difference through these events, not just for the community, which is beautiful, right? But for the businesses. Because when there's 15,000 people downtown, you can't help but sell out in your restaurant, right?
Of course.
You can't help but have people stop
That's a
and
good
eat.
day for the restaurant business.
Absolutely.
For any other business.
Yes.
As a matter of fact, because people will be strolling downtown. When people strolling downtown, you get to see the barber shop. Oh man, I need to cut my hair. And you just walk right in.
I didn't realize this was here. I didn't know that the downtown had this. I live 2 blocks away. I live towards this area. I've been looking for this, and there's things like Louis Music that people aren't aware of. Been there over 50 years. Louis Music still does music lessons.
Yes, I saw that.
You seen that? So I come and I think, oh my gosh, I've been looking for a place for my daughter to learn guitar, for my son or daughter to learn keyboard, and it's right here in your downtown.
A plethora of businesses and information that you can get once you come downtown Kissimmee. So for those of you, let's stretch ourselves over into the tourist area. Most people are now, we are coming into summertime. People are filling up now. The resorts are filling up. the vacation homes, the
Yes.
hotels are full enough. Now we are encouraging you to take time. If you have not done that before, if you have come on vacation in Florida and you have not come downtown Kissimmee, we're encouraging you now to come downtown because
Yes.
we have things to brag about.
Absolutely, absolutely.
We have restaurants, a variety
Nearly
of
30 restaurants
Wow.
in the downtown. Southern barbecue, Mexican, Cuban, Dominican, Puerto Rican.
Yes.
Just
Everywhere.
really
Everywhere.
all American burgers and fries and we have a steakhouse here in the downtown.
Mm.
We have so much to offer. We have even just if you're out in the parks all day and it's you and your spouse or you and your significant other and you just want to relax, come downtown. We have wine bars. You can just sit and relax the environment, have some wine, have some cheese, and just enjoy the evening.
Or even just go over to the park.
To the park,
The
yes.
Lakefront Park.
Walk the
Lakefront
park.
Park is a beauty. You don't see this in Disney.
No.
You don't. The Lakefront Park that is here, downtown Kissimmee.
Yes.
You don't see this in Disney World.
And you don't have a lot of downtowns that have a park.
A park like
2
this,
blocks
that's
away.
correct, yeah.
The other thing that a
Walking this-
lot of cities don't have is the Sunrail that stops right in their downtown.
Yes.
So Sunrail has approximately, I believe it's like 8 stops. Of those stops, only 2 are actually downtowns where you can get off the train and just walk right to downtown or to the park.
Yes, it's right there.
It's right there. Yes. And on top of that, they don't have the availability. Like we just talked about how hot it is, and that not only can you take the Sunrail into our area, and I don't know if you've been watching the news, but the expansion is coming soon. Cities are dedicating their money. They're saying, let's expand to the parks. Let's expand to the airport.
Yes.
So once we expand to the parks, it's just jumping on a Sunrail.
And come back
$5 round trip to come right to the downtown, right?
with the Sunrail.
Yes. And then after you're here, you get freebie.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Free
you
transportation.
just get free transportation to the lakefront, free transportation to the downtown.
Yes.
I mean, come on, it's a wonderful thing.
Yes, so plan your vacation with a stop downtown Kissimmee. When you come down here, park your car somewhere.
We have tons of free parking.
Yes.
We have over 600 free parking spaces throughout the downtown, not counting surface parking.
Wow. And so all you have to do is just Google free parking in downtown. And when you come, call freebie.
Call freebie.
Call the freebie. It's a free taxi that takes you around the Kissimmee area.
It's like a free Uber,
A free Uber that takes you around the Kissimmee area so you can sit down with your family and friends or whoever and just tour the city and get a free ride. Come back, eat some food, relax, listen to some nice vibes, go on the lake, relax, get yourself ready to go back to your hotel or your resort.
If you're a person who enjoys live music, a lot of our restaurants in the evening have live music. You have, Papical, Palcajamon, Matador, who all, if you enjoy Latin music, especially salsa music, you like to dance, come on out to our downtown on a Friday evening.
Yes.
Again, you still have, the Sunrail and the freebie.
Mm-hmm.
The freebie runs till 9 p.m. So you're talking about being able to have a wonderful night out, dinner, dancing, and back to your hotel room.
In no time.
And
spend a nice day, different from the parks, different from all that hustle and bustle that you go through to go into a park. This is a time to escape and relax.
Yes.
When you decide to come downtown Kissimmee. And as a matter of fact, come and look for us.
Yes. We are at the corner at 421 Broadway. So we are the welcome station for the city of Kissimmee. So you're welcome. We'll give you maps. We'll tell you what's happening.
Free maps.
Free maps.
Yes. I still need to come.
Yes.
And the honey.
And what? And honey. We have local honey. Yes. Also
local honey. You can't. Okay, so we're going to make sure that if you come downtown, you have to get your background and a free map. 2 things we are promising you. How much is the honey cost? What's the cost?
I'm not sure.
Like
sorry.
$4 or something?
It depends. There's different sizes.
Different sizes. But there's one like for $4.
There's like a 3 strips for a few dollars. Yes.
I'm gonna come check it out. We're gonna encourage people to come downtown Kissimmee. Come and get a free bottle of. We'll figure it out one way or the other. Come on down, and when you get a chance, also we're open at the radio station here from 9 a.m. in the morning until 6 p.m. Or 7, sometime or 8, right?
Come swing by and say hi,
Come
right?
swing by and say hi.
Say hi, I'm from Canada. Just wanted to say hi.
Come on down.
I honestly think that, when people come to Florida, most times you plan out, like it would be a disservice to go to the parks and not go see the ocean, right? Because, that's part of the Florida experience.
Mm-hmm.
I think that people need to get into their minds also that it's a disservice not to see how the real Floridians live, right?
Yes.
How do we live every day? What is our natural, environment, if you will? When you go to the park, the city has taken such great time to place the types of birds that are true to our area, that are distinct to the nature that's around us, that's distinct to just to this area. You even have the opportunity to catch an alligator live and in person at the lakefront. So it's, there's a chance for you, if you choose to take an airboat ride right on our lakefront. So there's so many opportunities that people miss out on if they don't come see how the real Florida is. Yes, we have parks. We want you to enjoy them. And go ahead, have at it. But visit, the real Florida that we see day to day and we live in. Support the small mom and pops. Listen, when you go back home, you can go to McDonald's, you can go to Olive Garden, you can go to all of those because they're everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
But what you won't get is those small, little, niche restaurants with family recipes where people cook with love.
Yes.
It's their passion. It's what they want to give you, a piece of their family, a piece of their history. So, I think it would be a disservice if you're traveling not to stop in a downtown area.
I agree. And so we welcome you. So we're putting a package eventually together for everybody. Right now we have the free ride and freebie. So free transportation when you come to Kissimmee. The map, is it a Florida map or is there a Kissimmee map?
No. We have Osceola, Florida and Kissimmee.
And Kissimmee, and it's free.
It's completely free.
Completely free. So we have Osceola, Florida, and Kissimmee.
Yes.
All right, and so we're going to work on the honey. As soon as we get the price or something,
absolutely,
and we work on a nice little welcome package. They can stop by you or they can stop by us, or they go by you and say, hey, you got to go to the radio station and say hi. And vice versa, you got to go by Main Street and get your freebies, right? So we put the freebies up there, but you come by here, say hi to the world because we are on 24 hours a day. We broadcast 24 hours. And so we're looking forward to meet you as a tourist when you come to Kissimmee, Florida. Make that a part of your 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, whatever amount.
At Main Street, we say we welcome the world.
All right.
We welcome you all to come on down, see what it's like in our downtown. Enjoy. It's almost, we hear a lot that it's like almost like a Hallmark movie. I've kind of stepped back to a slower time and if you come here enough, people will know your name. They'll reach you. You're seeing that, as a radio station, people see you. They'll, wave out their window. It is very much a neighborhood, if you will. There's a lot of places that don't have neighborhoods anymore. So we definitely invite you to see how we live.
And one of the things I like with downtown Kissimmee, just about almost every little corner you go, there's a little bench and chairs that you can relax, get out of the sun and relax. Maybe get a cup of coffee. Or we have a Cuban restaurant.
Cuban restaurant, yes we do.
Pachito. And we have steak restaurant on the walkway, open sometime, I think midday. There are several different type of restaurants, any type of flavor you want. The only thing we're working on now is the Caribbean restaurant. And we're looking for you. If you want to get an investment, to invest.
Call us at Main Street. Let's try to make it happen. What's the phone number? 407-846-4643.
All right, so we are short of a Caribbean restaurant downtown Kissimmee. Seriously now.
Somebody bring me jerk chicken, please.
Yeah.
That is my plea. Look, I'm looking at the camera. Jerk chicken.
Bring us some jerk chicken. But no, we want, definitely bring some jerk chicken for her. 407-846-4643. We will help you set up that restaurant, right? Let's talk about that.
So let's talk about starting a business in downtown and the different services that are provided, not just through Main Street, but through our affiliates, our partners, our collaborators. So if you are interested in starting a business, what would happen if you came to Main Street? So the first thing we do is we talk about locations that are available, right? Because we have access to a lot of information, whether that's through realtors or, by word of mouth because we're here every day, or, a lot of the building owners will tell us, hey, if somebody just moved out, I have the space available. And they'll provide us the price and pictures of the location. So we have that information. So that starts there, right? Because it's not just about the location, but it's what was there prior.
Right.
There are costs to opening a restaurant that the individual before you who had a restaurant there could have incurred. For example, one of the city's requirements is a grease trap, right? If you're going to be frying foods and that kind of thing, you need a grease trap. That grease trap is a substantial amount of money.
Yes.
But if you come into a location that was already a restaurant, the grease trap is already there. So part of what we do through our small business liaison, Ruth, hi Ruth, is she will let you know what was there prior,
Yes.
what's already in place, right? What type of restaurant they ran, what were some of the things they came across. The other added bonus of talking to somebody like Main Street is that we have the ability to tell you that what is already in existence. You said now that there is no Caribbean restaurant. That's true.
Yes.
But what if it was a Latin restaurant and my idea is to do things that are already in place? Perhaps this is not the place for you because we ultimately want your success.
Yes.
So we want you to start off on the right foot. Don't duplicate what's already being done.
Yes,
Don't,
exactly.
how do you make it different if you plan on doing that? Right now we have a restaurant that just got their BTR, their business tax receipt, and their ability to open. And they have a New Year weekend restaurant. So they're taking that Latin vibe and they're adding their New York, upbringing to that.
Yes.
They're also going to open a deli. So that now you can come in and
I
grab
saw the
yourself,
deli,
yes,
yeah, right?
grab yourself a
Couple
sandwich,
blocks,
but
yes.
something that isn't in existence, right? And so we're going to tell you what's here. We're going to tell you what was in that specific location prior. We're going to tell you what's available, right? And then we're going to tell you the incentives, if there are any, through the city of Kissimmee, so that you know the types of money that you can utilize to get your business up and running, right?
Yes, yes.
Then we don't stop there. There are programs like, SBDC. There are programs like SCORE that provide free education on how to budget, how to do your taxes. These are all, in most cases, available via Zoom, so you don't even have to leave your desk.
Right.
So these are all educational components to help set you up for success. And that all starts at Main Street. In addition to that, you're ready to go, you're up and running, you've decided this is a place for you. There's something that is rarely utilized with us, and that's a grant program through KUA. The deposit when you on a commercial building for power is expensive.
Mm-hmm.
With this partnership with KUA, we can have that deposit expanded and pulled out over a year period. So instead of paying all at once, you're paying a lot less monthly, right? But once you're up and running, then we have an entire marketing system that will assist you, whether that's through our social media. Our reach is over 70,000 a month. We have collectively between, Instagram and Facebook over 30,000 followers from all over the world. So you're going to see people that might have more, like the city of Kissimmee obviously has more, but those are more locals.
Yes.
What about the people who are at the parks? What about the people who are wondering, what am I going to do this weekend? And they're in Sanford or they're somewhere else. Our social media attracts them. They're watching to see what's happening. That means people coming to your doorsteps if we're promoting you on there. So, it's very start to finish and can increase growth with Main Street. We want you to be successful. We want, we then create events that draw people to the downtown. I talked about Boo. Recently we had Hop. You met
On Broadway.
Yes. Recently you met one of our DJs for Hop.
Yes, yes.
Hop started off 5 years ago, Louis, with 200 people that participated. This past April, 5,000 people came to the downtown. Young people.
Wow.
They bought food, they ate, they drank,
Yeah,
they
we saw
came,
that.
they hung out, they listened to music. Those are people that are buying and frequenting these restaurants because they're going to come back again if they had a good experience. So Main Street, looks at all aspects of how to make those registers ring, of how do we support these small businesses. From a perspective of a believer, we pray for them. We pray for their success. We pray, that God gives us creative ideas to help bring people to this downtown. So our work is much larger than what you're going to see on paper.
Lots of stuff.
Exactly. And there's lots of support. We actually have a pub crawl coming up.
What?
A pub crawl.
What is
Pub
crawl?
crawl, yes.
Crawl. Okay. What? Explain that again.
So a pub crawl, you buy a ticket and you go from place to place where there are drinks, not just alcohol. We also have mocktails, so you can come out for a night with your friends,
Okay.
go sample food, sample a drink, and, play games, because ours, we believe in fun at Main Street. We want you to leave having created a memory, right? So, we're memory makers. We want you to come out here and say, hey, I had such a good time. I can't wait to go back. So at our pub crawl, at the different various locations, I believe we have 18 for this pub crawl. You'll go and you'll either play a trivia game or you'll do a physical challenge, just to get you to have that memorable night out with your friends. And again, what happens when you do that? You're going to associate that with the downtime. You're going to see things that you never see because now you're walking around. So Main Street, to put it into a simplistic way of what we do, there's no way to do that because we do so much. But we believe in what we do. We love what we do. And we genuinely want to see success for our small businesses.
Awesome. So if you're just joining us, it is 11:34 on this beautiful Thursday. My name is Louis Witter. In the studio with me today, we're talking to Miss Diana Pinto. Diana Pinto is the director for Main Street Kissimmee. And this is the organization that preserves downtown, historical downtown, anywhere you go in the United States. But specifically, we're talking about downtown Kissimmee, Mickey Mouse Town. And so we're encouraging you. I like the idea of the pub crawl. We're going to explain that again, because when you come, you can call her at 407-846-4643.
That's correct, yes.
And ask them, anyone answer the phone about the pub crawl.
This is happening tomorrow, guys.
It is tomorrow.
Tomorrow evening at 6 p.m. So if you're interested in the pub crawl, if you're interested in having a fun night out with your friends right here locally, again, Sunra will be running, so you can come from further out. The freebie will be running, so you can get the freebie to go around from location to location. Come on out. Come over to, give us a call at Main Street. Go online to our Facebook. You'll find us there. And just get more information to see if that's something you guys want to do. But it's Friday night. Come out with your friends. Have a good time.
And the idea, how much is their cost? What is the cost?
$25.
You buy a band or a wristband?
You get a wristband, yes.
For $25.
Yes.
And this is what you do. Explain exactly how it works. So you have the wristband. After you present $25 to you guys, what happened after that? I can go to any restaurant.
You can go to the participating locations. You'll receive a map of locations. But I want to stress that this is just not going from location to location, because I want the people listening to understand or watching to understand that this is really a lot of fun. You're not really gonna find this anywhere else. So when you get to Main Street, you will take a picture with your posse, because our theme is cowboy, because we're Cowtown. It's the cowboy crawl, and you'll all get your wristbands. You'll be given a map with the locations. On the opposite side of that map, you're gonna find your game card with all of those locations and all of those challenges that you have to take. So at every location, the challenge may be trivia. It may be, some sort of, you got 2 minutes to achieve this. It might be cowboy karaoke. And then once you have completed all your challenges and you come back to Main Street, now you run the opportunity of being the winner and winning the grand prize. So it's really almost like a scavenger, trivia, pub crawl night out for people who just want to have fun.
That's awesome. And you get to taste things.
You do. You get to have drinks. My merchants, my restaurants are doing a great job putting creative drinks together.
Nice.
And again, they are offering them with alcohol. Mm-hmm. And in addition to the drinks, some of them will be having samplings of their food. Yeah. So you get to taste, something from their menu.
Nice. A good way to really spend a Friday evening.
Yes.
And just get out from your regular way of life. Do something different.
Fun.
Fun and, go downtown. Come on downtown. It's safe. Let's talk about security and safety, because a lot of people think that downtown is a space that you can't go at night. And I just say, no, not in the city. Not true whatsoever. Let's talk about that. Maybe one of these days we'll bring in the police chief and we'll talk about
and he would love to. I've actually talked to him about it.
Yeah, so we'll talk about that at some point. But talk about it on your own understanding and your own lifestyle that you see. You're back and forth. The last time I connect with you, 10 o'clock, you were still downtown.
Yeah.
Putting things
last night we were downtown. So first I want to say that, it would be naive or, irresponsible of us to say that there haven't been things that happen downtown.
Of course,
they have. I think some people take that without actually realizing that we're one of the rare downtowns that stay open late. A lot of downtowns, and this used to be a perception in the past, that at 5 o'clock they have this term that they roll up the sidewalks. Like, that's it, we're closed for business, it's 5 o'clock, everybody go home. Main Street, Broadway, downtown, has some businesses that stay open into the later hours. They have the live music, they sell food into the evenings, those types of places, are open late at night. So when you have these places open late at night, you do run the risk of sometimes having individuals who don't come with the right motives and the right intentions. Right. But although that does happen, and it could happen anywhere that has the same environment, right? Of course. We do have a police force that is dedicated.
Right on the street, right on the block.
Literally right on the corner.
Block.
Right on the corner. And in addition to that, they have expanded their evening hours to have a crew downtown. So there is a police force that is monitoring the downtown that is here. And actually, to point out our chief Broadway, who's new, has been really, working at this and looking at ways to make the downtown even safer. It's not safe. But we always want to improve, right?
Always.
So we want to be safer.
Always.
I think also that a certain level of responsibility lies on the businesses, right? We have a business like Miguelos. Miguelos is a business that stays open late. They hire their own security.
Okay.
And that security, another one that does that is Parcalle Home. Both of those have private security that they pay for to keep the people within their walls safe, right? Yes. To ensure that the people coming in are not carrying anything that, as best they could, they monitor what's coming in. That's huge, right? So there's a certain level of responsibility on the businesses themselves. If you're going to stay open that late, then yes, you should have a responsibility. And I think that our commissioners are really looking at them carefully. I'm going to say it 100 times over, we want businesses to thrive. We want them to be successful, but not at the risk of public safety. So this is not my decision to make, luckily, but our commissioners are working very hard to come up with something that will allow these businesses to be successful, to be open, to still earn money, but also have some sort of accountability and responsibility on them. And then couple that with a chief who's looking at this from all angles, with new eyes, fresh new eyes. Isn't that wonderful? To have someone with fresh new eyes going, okay, let me see how what the police do can complement what the businesses are doing, because it's going to take us all, right? And again, it's not like there's this isn't the OK Corral. People aren't shooting out in the streets. We're not having that kind of problem, but there's always room for improvement. And I am very blessed and really proud to say that we have a commission and a chief and businesses that are dedicated to working together to make that happen.
Awesome. As we continue, if you're just joining us, my name is Louis Witter. In the studio with me today is Miss Diana Pinto. She is director for Main Street Kissimmee. And we're talking about some of the things that are happening downtown Kissimmee as we speak. Big event going on tomorrow. We also want to highlight a few events going on in Kissimmee as well, out of the downtown area. Not tomorrow, I'm sorry. Let's go to Saturday. We have a big cookout. It's called Food for the Soul Cookout. I love the name.
Oh, me too.
Right?
Yes.
You must get some jerk chicken yourself. Food for the Soul Cookout.
Where?
It is going to be at 2109 Clay Street in Kissimmee.
Oh, that's close.
Right up the street.
That is close. Is it Saturday?
Yes, this Saturday. It starts.
I can smell the jerk chicken from my office at me.
You've got to have to come there for jerk chicken. So the jerk chicken right there.
Oh, man.
And they're going to have shrimp and they're going to have soul food, all different type of food. It starts from 1 o'clock. Start from 1 until 6 p.m. Food for the Soul Cookout. Love the name. Put on by the Power of God International Ministry. So you're gonna have.
So can I say something?
Yeah.
This right here is exactly the kind of information that Main Street wants.
Yes. Okay.
Because
good.
For those listening, listen. Whether you're a church, whether you're a nonprofit, whether you're a for-profit, if you are doing something within the downtown area, within our CRA district, we want people to know about it.
Yes.
Because again, they might come for your cookout, but they might walk around the downtown. They might visit the lakefront. Exactly. The point is that we come together to spotlight all of the wonderful things. Yes. We talked about the safety. That's making the news. How many times do things like this make the news? That we have, a church that has this cookout, that people are coming together. This is the kind of stuff that we want to share for the community to come together and be a part of. So if you're listening and you have a church in the area, if you're not sure if your church is in our CRA area or your business is in our CRA area, then call us at 407-846-4643 and we will tell you. And then share with us these events that are happening because we want to get this information out.
Exactly. We also have another one on Saturday. This one is a fish fry now.
Ooh.
For those of you who are familiar with the Claritas House Outreach Center.
Yes, doing wonderful things. Claritas
stuff.
House, yes.
Oh my goodness. They are having their fish fry, annual fish fry this Saturday. That starts at 12, from 12 to around 6 as well. And so they're located at 1712 Kelly Avenue. 1712 Kelly Avenue. Support Claritas House, Sister Doreen and Brother Barker, as they also come together to raise funds, because we have to raise money. We have to raise money. All of these organizations that does things for free, give out food and things in our community to help those who are in need, they also need money.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so support these. When you see them, call. You can order your fish. You can just drop by, send Uber to pick it up. Whatever the case, you don't even have to move. Or maybe send the freebie. Take the freebie and go pick up your fish.
Claritas House is a tremendous organization.
Yes.
They do Christmas, they do school backpack giveaways.
Lots of stuff.
My goodness, they're so giving and what they're doing. I always say, maybe you don't like fish, but go buy fish and give it to somebody else. Support them. Support a good cause that's out there doing good things.
Absolutely, and I definitely recommend that. We here at the CRRFM, we are always looking for time and space to work with them, and we just enjoy working with Claritas House to help to distribute food, items, whatever it is. And we thank God also for the volunteers, so those volunteers out there that just
volunteers are priceless.
Priceless. Yes.
At the end of the year at Main Street, we always host an event where we honor our volunteers and we acknowledge them and credit them with pretty much everything that we do.
Yes. Awesome. As we continue right here, it is 11:46, and
it's already 11:46. It's almost been an hour.
That's what happened when we are.
I don't know if I talk too much. I'm having fun.
No, it's all good. Let's see. I have a little jazz here. Let's get a little jazz vibes going for a minute right here. Keep it locked and welcome. All right, so keep it locked right here as we continue. Let's see. CRRFM.com. Let's make sure we got this right. Okay, here we go. All right, and we welcome you back. We welcome you back to Caribbean Rhythms Radio Network. We're live on CRRFM.com. And this is where we give you a little bit of everything. 11:48. We are wrapping things up. It's been a great day, great morning. Want to thank everyone for tuning in on the CRRFM. And those of you who are viewing now on Facebook, we want to welcome you as we wrap up this segment. Broadway Beat. This is the place where you come and get some dropping information.
Dropping.
Yes, as we say, wagwan, welcome. We're wrapping things up with Miss Diana Pinto today. We had fun last week with what's her name?
At our hop.
Yes.
She was live the entire time.
Is that so?
That was so cool. Oh my goodness, it made me almost want a radio station right outside the office. Because she was in front of our welcome station faces Broadway, and she was seated there in front of the big window just watching the whole concert and going live. So it was incredible.
It was awesome. We are working.
I saw those wheels turning. That's when we talked about that.
Yes,
so that'd be awesome.
It is turning. We'll get there according to the will, right?
Yes.
Amen. It's all in the will. It's all, whatever is in the will must come true.
Amen.
All right. And so today we wanted to thank you for listening. Now we're going to just wrap up here this morning and just let you know, remind you again about tomorrow. All right. Crawl.
Yes.
Cowboy crawl.
Cowboy crawl
The
is tomorrow.
cowboy crawl. Are we supposed to wear a cowboy hat?
Yes, absolutely.
Cowboy hats
Western gear.
and cowboy and our shoes.
Yes.
At least with the shoes or the hat,
Because
right?
remember, this was Cowtown, and there's
Yes,
still lots of cattle here in our area. So this is kind of like a homage. You talked about us, also preserving our history. If you've ever been to the welcome station, you'll see that it's very westerned out because we want to make sure that we're sharing that history. Amanda in our office is working with Osceola history, so there's some artifacts there that you can see also, and the cowboy crawl is kind of like that homage, right? So even the games and the trivia are centered around our history. So it's a great time to come out, get to learn something. And then Saturday morning, we have our Mutts Market. So our Mutts Market is all about you and your pet.
Oh, really?
So we're telling pets to bring their people.
Ah.
Pets, bring your people down to Lakefront at the American Legion Post. Mutts Market
tomorrow.
So, Louis, there will be a pool for your pet there.
Oh, really?
There will be an obstacle course for your pet there. You have an opportunity to win a raffle with a gift card from Sit and Pretty, a dog grooming company, business right here in the downtown. We also have treats for your dogs. Our vendors are pet friendly, and some of them are going to just have treats on hand to give your pet, a little treat while you bring them. So if you're planning on walking the park, make sure you walk by the post and come visit the Mutts Market because it's going to be so adorable. We're even going to have a backdrop for you to take a picture with your pet. How cute is that? I mean, you can't get it cute. So that's Friday. Go out, have a good time, have fun. And then, Saturday morning, wake up, walk around the park with your pet, let him splash around in the little pool, enjoy the obstacle course, and we're going to have pup cups. So your pup is also going to get a nice little treat, a nice little cool treat. Nice. So bring them on down over to the Legion on Lakefront, the American Legion Post 10, who is our wonderful host. They're so good to us, our veterans. And that's an opportunity to also see the Legion, the oldest standing building in Kissimmee.
That's the Legion.
That's the American Legion. If you ever go in there, if you have a chance, even tomorrow, there'll be food that they'll be selling, so you can come in and enjoy lunch and support veterans. But inside the building, you can still see the log cabin beams. So cool. You just look up and these big, thick log cabin beams, because that's what it was. It's a log cabin. So again, just we try to infuse the history, the fun, the merchants, the just enjoying our downtown into everything we do. And so this is just another opportunity to do that.
Awesome. Tomorrow, Friday, you have coffee with the vendors, the businesses. Let's talk about that a little bit. I sort of like that, and I'm going to try. I haven't visited yet. But tomorrow, where is it going to be?
So first I want to say what it is, because a lot of times individuals think, a lot of these networking or, it's a chamber type of event. You see a lot of chambers, you see a lot of leads groups where they gather together, and what they're trying to do is share business, between one another. And that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But that's not what this is. This is bringing businesses together to introduce them. They can create opportunities to collaborate, yes, but it's actually bringing them together to inform them and to give them just a small little bit of time to get to know each other. So every Friday morning, we pick a different location within the downtown that's open during those hours from 9 to 10 a.m. And the businesses come together. And for the first half hour of this hour meeting, and we're very respectful of people's time, so it's 1 hour long. For the first half hour, it's just them chatting. That's it. It's just chatting, having breakfast, having coffee. Again, there's an economic boost, right? You're supporting the small businesses, but you're bringing people together. Yes. So they chat for about a half an hour, and then we do updates. So the city of Kissimmee is represented. We have the Kissimmee Police Department, the Kissimmee Fire Department. We have sometimes representatives from the county, and they're all there to give updates. So this is an opportunity for a business to say, hey, I'm thinking of having spoken word. Does anybody know any artists who do spoken words? Yes. So they're reaching out, they're sharing what their needs are, and they're finding ways to collaborate. It's also an opportunity to say, hey, you know what, to the police department, it looks like somebody was jiggling my door. Can you come by? Or how do I handle this? Or,
time to talk.
It's time to, it's a chance and an opportunity. It's an opportunity to gather, to talk, awesome. And to find ways to collaborate. So it's definitely a good thing. And it happens every Friday, and it's been going on for 7 years. 7 years every Friday in the downtown.
Love it. So this is what you get when you call 407-846-4643. That's the 4 in this number. I love it. 407-846-4643. Straight to the Main Street office, Kissimmee Main Street. And you are getting a chance to mix and mingle with other businesses, vendors, and city officials,
first responders,
nonprofits. Everybody comes together on a Friday morning to just sip some coffee
and support the small
business. That is just really great. Start at 9 o'clock, so you can come down Kissimmee and join us.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
You buy your own coffee. It's not free. And so we're supporting that business.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, yes.
With the coffee and all that stuff and whatever you can eat. So great opportunity. And tomorrow, crawl. What time it starts?
It starts at 6 p.m. Check-in is at 5:30. Get yourself out and running.
In the evening. All day. 6 o'clock, the sun will start go down around that time. So you will see the nice sunset on the west side of Kissimmee. Hey, it's been fun. Diane, wrap it up. It's all yours.
Hey guys, thanks for joining us. I truly enjoyed coming here on Thursdays and giving you guys updates and just bragging about our downtown, because I truly think we have a lot to brag about. And again, I want to leave you our number, 407-846-4643. If you are a business, a church, a nonprofit within our CRA district, please reach out to us. Let us help you get the word out there on the events that you're doing, on any type of promotions that you're doing. And we do this, I want to be very clear, free of charge. There's no price to what we do. You're welcome to become a member, but it's not going to change the fact that we will promote you. It might give you some advances and some additional promotion, but it won't change the fact that we will still promote you.
Membership
begins at $125 a year
to be part of the Main Street.
Yes. What is that? Like $5
that is
$5 a month.
$125 a year. Become a member. So if you're a business owner, then you should definitely be a member.
Absolutely.
And if you are not, is there a membership?
Yes, there's a membership for friends of Main Street.
Main Street.
Individuals businesses outside of our CRA, and there are different components of what you get at each level. So again, reach out to us, 407-846-4643.
That is awesome. We want to thank you all for tuning in, listening, viewing today. This is Broadway Beat. Comes to us every Thursday from 11 until 12. Miss Diana Pinto or a representative of Main Street, Kissimmee. And we give you an update what's going on.
That's right.
All right? As we say, wagwan.
Wagwan.